Good afternoon. Thank you for joining IBIE's Exhibit Space Contract Overview webinar. My name is Jen Welby and I am IBIE's Exhibits Coordinator. This is the first webinar in the Exhibitor Education Series designed to help you be successful at IBIE. All webinars will be recorded and posted to bakingexpo.com so that you can reference them at any time. If you have questions during today's webinar, please send them to us by using the chat function on your GoToWebinar control panel, and we'll answer everything we can. If we run out of time or don't get to your question, we'll get back to you as soon as possible after the webinar with the information you need. Let's get started. Today, we will review our online resources for exhibitors, go over how to submit your contract, give an overview of the floor plan, and review critical dates to add to your calendar. First, I want to start by saying that our top priority is the health and safety for everyone who plans to participate in the upcoming Baking Expo. Because we are currently 16 months away from the event, we do not know what specific health and safety measures will be necessary yet, like wearing masks, social distancing, etc. But please know that IBIE is monitoring the COVID-19 situation as it continues to evolve and are working closely with our Las Vegas partners to follow guidelines for minimizing risk and ensuring the baking community is able to meet safely. We have a dedicated webpage where we will provide updates on best practices and procedures you will see at IBIE. Again, we are too far out from the event right now to definitively say what the health and safety procedures will look like, but check this page for updates as we get closer. Let's see if I can open the page here. Fantastic. So if you just want to check this page for up-to-date information, we're always happy to answer any questions that you have, but this is a great resource on the Baking Expo website to reference. Let's review some of our online resources for exhibitors that will help you throughout your planning process. So bakingexpo.com is our home website. And at the top, under For Exhibitors, there's quite a few resources that you can reference that will help you during your planning. For example, if you're interested in becoming an exhibitor, this page provides important dates, as well as the link to download the exhibitor prospectus. As well as pricing information, sponsorship information, and of course, our lovely sales team who you can reach out to get started. Here are the important dates to note for contract submission. Round 1 contracts opened up on April 19th to ABA, BIMA, and RBA members only. If you are eligible to submit a contract during round 1, you must submit your contract and 25% deposit by May 17th in order to participate in our space selection in July. Round 2 contract launch includes members who missed the first round, as well as 2019 past exhibitors who are not members. These contracts will open on July 28th, and you must submit your contract and 25% deposit by August 25th to participate in space selection in October. After round 2 space selection in October, the contract will open up to all other exhibitors. Space will be assigned on a first-come, first-served basis starting on October 15th. If an exhibitor decides to cancel or reduce their booth space on or before October 15th, then IBIE keeps 25% of the contract value. If they cancel reduced booth space between October 16th and January 31st, then IBIE keeps 50% of the contracted value. There are no refunds after January 31st, 2022. In the unlikely event that IBIE cancels, postpones, or relocates the Baking Expo, IBIE reserves the right to issue either a full or partial refund to exhibitors or none at all. When it is time to submit your contract, your trade show contact will receive an email with the link to submit. If you do not receive this email, please reach out to exhibits@bakingexpo.com. So I am going to run through an example here of how to submit your contract. So this is the link that you'll receive via email. You go ahead and click on that link, and it'll take you right to your company contract. So there's no need to log in. It'll just take you directly to your contract. So I'm going to review my company information, make sure everything looks good. If for some reason I want to update the trade show contact, my email, anything, I can go to Edit Company Info, make the changes that I need to make here, and click Submit. And that will update for future information as well. Here, I'm going to list my related companies. And if I go by any other names in different markets or countries. I choose my invoice contact. So let's say I want Joe to receive the invoice, and Kristen will be our marketing contact. I want to point out that new this year for IBIE 2022, both advanced warehouse and direct-to-show site material handling is included with your booth space. So any freight that you send to the advanced warehouse or direct-to-show site will have complimentary material handling. Let's say I want a 20 by 20 booth space. I also want to mention to make sure to review the priority point policy for 2022 because they were updated with additional details related to selecting booth space. Here I select what member I am, my main product categories, and my audience, and the type of booth space. I'm going to go for an island, open on all four sides, and I know I will need electric in my booth. This does not mean I'm ordering electric right now. It's just saying that this is a utility I know I will need in my booth space. Here you can mark your competitors. So you type in the company name here and click the search button. And then over here, it'll drop down and you can select the company name. Next shows my order details and payment terms. So this is going to be the full amount due, and right now it's just a 25% deposit that is due. So both of these amounts are shown on here. So I have the choice to either pay with credit card right now, or I can change to pay by check, wire, or ACH. Please note that if you select check, wire, or ACH, your 25% deposit is still due by May 17th. Here I do my contact information. Full name, phone number, and then something important to note down here is that you must first click on the rules and regulations to review them. So it'll open in a separate page. Feel free to print this out, save it, review it. And then if you go back to your contract, then it'll let you select this checkbox and submit your contract. And you can see at the top, it has been successfully submitted. After you submit your contract, you will receive 2 emails, a copy of confirmation that your application was successfully submitted and a copy of your contract. If you noted that you wanted to pay by check or wire and want an invoice, please reach out to us at exhibits@bakingexpo.com and we would be happy to provide that for you. I also want to note that housing is officially open. On Peak is the only official housing provider for IBIE 2022. On Peak has special hotel rates and travel discounts that are exclusively for IBIE, and IBIE cannot guarantee room rates or availability by any other company or representative. If you are contacted about booking rooms by a company other than On Peak, please contact us immediately. You will also receive the link to the sponsorship gallery, where you can browse different sponsorships offered at IBIE. In 2022, IBIE will be using the North and West halls at the Las Vegas Convention Center. While you won't need to select specific booth choices when you complete your contract, you'll likely want to get familiar with the floor plan prior to your space selection time. We are excited for our next webinar on May 12th to discuss in detail the North and West halls. Be sure to register for the webinar on bakingexpo.com. So to pull up the floor plan here quickly, I just want to point out that both the West and North halls will have education, taxi pickup and drop off, Uber and Lyft pickup and drop off, and food courts. And registration and the IBIE hotel shuttles will only be available in the West Hall. And again, sign up for our webinar on May 12th to learn about each of the halls in detail. I know we went through some of these dates, but I want to review them one more time. For ABA, BIMA, and RBA members, the contract is currently open. You must submit your contract and 25% deposit by May 17th to participate in space selection. The 30 companies with the highest priority points will select their booth space June 28th or 29th, and all other members that submit their contract on time will select their booth space July 13th through the 15th. Members who missed the first round and past 2019 exhibitors who are non-members are eligible to submit their contract starting on July 28th. For round 2, you must submit your contract and 25% deposit by August 25th to participate in space selection in mid-October. After round 2 space selection, contracts open for all other exhibitors and space is selected on a first-come, first-served basis. Regardless of which round of contracts you are in, the payment schedule is the same for all exhibitors. A 25% deposit is due when you submit the contract, and the next 25%, so 50% total, is due by October 15th. Full payment is due by January 31st, 2022. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and now let's get to some questions. Ingrid, were there any questions that came through during the webinar?
Hi, Jen. No, as of right now, I don't see any questions in our chat feature, so we'll give our attendees a few minutes here to submit any questions.
Sounds good, thank you. And also, if you ever have questions that you come up with later, always feel free to reach out to us at exhibits@bakingexpo.com. We are happy to assist. We'll give you guys a few more seconds here just in case some questions come up. All right, Ingrid, anything coming up?
No, I don't have any questions as of now.
All right. Again,
I do see a few questions.
Yes.
So there's a question about, am I likely to know the approximate square footage that I'll need, but I need to be somewhat flexible in the shape? Do I need to indicate a length and width, or can I simply indicate square footage? AKA, can I supply any additional information?
Yeah, so we can absolutely be flexible. So you let us know your overall square footage and we can work with you during space selection to come up with your configuration. So if you don't know right now, totally fine. Let us know about how much square footage you need and we can work with you.
So there was another question about just, can you repeat the dates for the booth selection for round one more time?
Yes, so for round one, if you are one of the companies with the top 30 priority points, you will select space on June 28th or 29th. And then the remaining companies for round one will select booth space July 13th through the 15th.
Okay. Which hall is going to be the main hall?
We will go through both of the halls and more specifically on our webinar on May 12th. We're not considering one, a main hall over the other. It's all going to be IBIE space.
After you submit, after submission, which I think that implies after I submit a contract, how long does it take to receive the email?
Yep, it should be immediate that you get those confirmation emails. So if you do not receive them immediately, feel free to reach out to us at the email that's on the screen and we can send you copies.
Okay. If we are a BIMA member, how can we know if we are in phase 1 or phase 2 for booth space?
If you are a BIMA member, then you should be able to select your booth space right now. So if you have not received your contract link yet, please reach out to us and we can provide that.
And not to pick your space, but to submit a contract, right?
Oh, to submit a contract, yes. It's just to submit a contract.
There are some questions about how to check priority points. I can actually take that one. We will be releasing priority point lists right after the Memorial Day holiday, which will be before the top 30 select their space. So we will post on the IBIE website the priority point listing. And then another one is, will you be sending out an email to letting us know if we are in the top 30?
Yes, you will absolutely receive an email with your space selection call-in date and time.
Okay, I think that is all of the questions, unless there aren't any more.
And if there are more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help and answer anything that comes up. Fantastic, thank you. All right, so my last plug for our webinar on May 12th, and that is going to be the overview of the Las Vegas Convention Center and IBIE space. Thank you so much and have a great day.